Good morning, good morning. Today we're taking a look at XRP, some liquidity, and the Sigma coin. So, all right, we had a speech last night from Trump, and he delivered, gave us the liquidation we were looking for by basically not indicating anything as far as any news that we didn't already know. And I think that's what ultimately spooked the markets, because they're like, well, there's just no relief, no end in sight, and we got to sweep some liquidity to the downside. So right now we are continuing this ascent downwards. We had ultimately now looking back, an ABC move to the upside, and we're working on this cascading breakdown, right? So kind of some thoughts here that we have. We've swept this low into this area right here, which is ultimately kind of expected with this breakdown that we have. Now, from there, I'm thinking, this is just a thought moving forward, that we're wanting to get this deviation or even below down into this $26 lower levels that we're aiming for. The best way I can see doing that is, as the market runs today, we could probably come back up to get a little bit of a whole bunch of bulls on the hook, and then we roll over and we have one more low that either takes us down to this level or beyond this sweep. Then we can work our way out of here and start working on that kind of movement. So that's what my expectation is moving forward, is that there's going to be a couple more traps for everybody, both the longs and the shorts. So be nimble, weather the storm if you need to. I expect this to take anywhere between Saturday, Sunday, it could be another 4 days before this ultimately shakes out its price action. So from there, ultimately, once this move is finished and we get down to these lows, then we can start working on an impulse for this next leg. Now, obviously we're still bullish on the bias, but currently we have the liquidation low over here of 113. We do not want to see us cross below that level. So that would be, a long way to go between here and there. So how we get there will be the question mark. But I do think that there'll be a couple of relief rallies into this before we potentially test that low of 113. So anyways, that's kind of how we're looking at the day going forward. Liquidity-wise, they keep coming for the longs. So people are trying to catch the knife, and they're like, oh, there you are. I'm just going to come and get you. Now, we did stack some liquidity here at 133, 132-ish, and that's intriguing, because what I think the trick is get the low liquidity squeezed to the downside, and then this would be, if we did bounce back up, we could see a bounce as high as the I would be surprised if we got up to 133, but we could. I mean, we could come all the way back up, or maybe that's over here. So it could be just one wrong foot first, up to like 130, and then another low, or we get up to 133 faster, right? So we'll just have to see how this market shakes. So it could be adjusted a few ways. So that's currently what I'm looking at right now, just kind of watching everything that we have, and that liquidity is telling us they want to still push it lower to squeeze as many people as they can. Sigma here, of course, has been affected by that. So we had some selling come in, coupled with the market pull down, and so we've been back testing. We've been just fighting this 1 million market cap level, just couldn't get there. So we're still consolidating in this range level here on top of this overall move. So anyway, that's kind of how we're looking at the whole thing moving forward today. Sigma's just giving you a new entry, so I'm expecting a continuation of accumulation here. And we're just going to have to wait for XRP to sweep the liquidity to the downside, and then maybe they'll give us an aggressive bounce back up to 133. So we'll be waiting and watching and see how this plays out over the next few days. All right, thanks so much, guys, for watching. We'll check in tomorrow, and we'll see how this structure plays out.